What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today is a debut for a new game. Sorry, I totally just blanked out. The game is Ring Fit Adventure, and I think the song is called Fit Boss Battle. Actually, let me just make sure of that because that's something important to know. In the meantime, this is requested by Mushimura. Yes, Fit Boss Battle over on Patreon. Thank you so much. And this is from the channel Ring Fit Adventure OST. It says the composers are Shinji Ushiroda, Masamiyoshi, Shiho Fuji, Asuka Hayazaki. Damn. I have no idea what this is. But I see a Switch controller. And the only thing that's going through my mind is this like a successor to like the Wii Fit or something? I've never heard of Ring Fit Adventure, and this is the only request for it in the entire backlog. Anywho, Fit Boss Battle. All right, let's go. What the hell? Something having fun? Oh man, I love the energy. What is that? If that's an instrument, I don't know what it is. That also sounds like people talking. A little repetitive, but oh, organ. Reminds me of Daft Punk right here. Oh, that's such a swingy catchiness to it. This is so bizarre in a cool way. This is badass. What? Oh. I like the variations on the main theme. Stop. This is one of the, you know when you watch a video on YouTube and you're like, I have to see the comment section. Like, that's one of those. So, hold on. I'm not going to use it to influence anything I say. I already know what I'm going to say. Actually, no, I'll start with that. I'll start with what I'm going to say, and then I'll look at the comments. I don't ever really look at the comments, but it's just one of those, like, what did I just experience? First of all, that was interesting, question mark. I mean, obviously I didn't know what to expect going into it, but I wasn't expecting, for lack of a better word, that. The closest thing that sort of popped into my head was like Splatoon, which I believe, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's also like a Nintendo IP. Excuse me. Not entirely sure on that one. Maybe it's not, or maybe it started in, I don't know. The chord progression of the song and like the energy was really good and kind of addicting. It felt like it was pushing me forward, you know, like maybe if you guys remember like Temple Run, you know, just like that constant movement. That's kind of what I imagine. Not like that game or anything, but I'm talking about like that momentum, constantly moving faster, like Sonic or something like that. But the percussion was, you know, really nice, and it had this really cool attack to it. But then the whole thing was this sort of motif of do 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 do, and that I'm not entirely sure what that was, because it sounded like it could have just been like a patch on the keyboard, but also it kind of sounded like people, and that's where where the Splatoon thing kind of came in, because it sounded like sort of like a bunch of people singing at the same time, where it sounds like an instrument, sort of. So the whole time I was like trying to decipher what I was listening to. But then during that chorus section, you can tell that it was like speaking. And the only thing I understood was like having fun. I don't know what lyrics there were, but I heard having fun. Honestly, that was just a really fun, good time, but also sounded very different. I can't think of really anything that sounded like that. Got a little blindsided by that one. Very catchy, and like the perfect length, right? 3.5 minutes. It's like the kind of a sweet spot, because I'm not entirely sure if that loops or not. You know what I mean? But it's Fit Boss Battle, so I don't know. You know what's another thing that's cool about this? Anytime something can remind me of some of my favorite stuff, that's always a good sign. And anyone who's been around this channel for a while knows I talk high and mighty of a game called Ape Escape from the PlayStation 1. And man, I got similar vibes to that. You know, I really, really praise Ape Escape soundtrack. And because of how colorful and how much character it has. And this sort of put me in that same kind of realm of like, oh, it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it also knows that it's pretty cool at the same time. So I really have nothing else. I don't know what Ring Fit Adventure is, but it's cool that music came from it. Now let's see what the comments say. This was uploaded in 2020, March 2020. This is my favorite Nintendo music of 2020 so far. The soundtrack has no right to be this good, but I'm glad it is. Music to solve problems that no one has to. As someone who plays this game, this music really does motivate you. Who knew that a fitness RPG game would be a spiritual successor to the Miltopia OST? I don't know what that is. Okay, so basically there's high praise. And I could see that. If I were to hear that for the first time, which I just did, but I mean like in-game, I would definitely, you know, pause to be like, huh, what is this? It's one of those songs that kind of stops you in your tracks. Or at least it'll stick with you. Because of how, when I say repetitive, I mean that in a good way. You know, you're going to remember, like if you heard the song just now for the first time, you're going to remember, dun, 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 like, it's inevitable. So it had that lasting impact. Interesting. But this is why I like this channel. It's not weird to like your own stuff, but it's cool because it's always different. You know what I mean? I never know what song I'm going to hear. I don't know if it's going to impact me or not. I don't know if I'm going to... I discover something each time. But it's cool because, like, when would I ever in my life hear Ring Fit Adventure OST? That's the beauty of it. So, Please tell me any stories you have with it or whatever this was. But cool. All right. Fit boss battle for Ring Fit Adventure. All right. Thank you, Missionary. Thanks to everyone that you see here. I cannot be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Take it easy.